I've noticed something recently, which is how our thinking changes over the course of the day. As an example, when it's late at night and YouTube serves me up some comedy videos as I'm getting ready for bed, I am all about it. I want to watch comedy. I enjoy it a lot. I'm laughing. But if YouTube serves me up that same video in the morning, I'm thinking to myself, what is this? This is not the right time. I'm not interested. I want to be watching some entrepreneurship videos or some productivity videos or some car videos. I don't care about comedy at this time. And I started thinking, how else does this shape our behavior day to day? And another very powerful way is with shopping. What I've noticed in myself, and maybe you guys notice the same, is when I am shopping late at night, I have a lower threshold to buy things versus during the day. So that can be either a good thing or a bad thing depending on where you fall on that spectrum. If you tend to overspend, you might be spending even more than you otherwise should be at night because that threshold is lower. Your judgment is a little bit different. You are more easily able to justify certain expenses that you wouldn't be able to during the day. And during the day, you may say, oh, this thing is totally not worth it. I don't want to buy that. Now, when I was building my business back in 2019, I remember a few instances where I was so frugal, I didn't want to invest in the business, which you should. Not only do you get a tax write-off when you do so, but it's the right thing to do so to allow your business to grow and scale. And I still remember the time when I finally knocked some sense into myself, which was that here I was using a $60 Amazon $60 Amazon light box, didn't have the best color, wasn't adjustable with the color temperature, and hey, it was cheap, it worked, and I got 2 of them for $60 actually on Amazon. And then the really nice Aperture C120D Mark II, it's $1,000. And that's before you even get all the accessories with the stands and this and that. So I was like, man, I don't want to spend $1,200 when I can spend $60. And then I saw this YouTuber. I was watching some video, and this guy was at like 20K subs. And granted, he was a younger guy, probably had, some other resources to help him buy these expensive pieces of equipment. But it got me thinking, here I am. At the time, I think Med School Insiders was about 500K or 600K subscribers. And I'm still opting for these really budget things that are beginner level. So it was a smack in the face to say, Kevin, you got to start investing in your business. I was also using like a 5-year-old MacBook Air at the time. I was doing some of my own video editing, upgraded my laptop, upgraded my lighting, and I've now found a better spot. So when there are times when I feel I'm getting back to that mindset of being overly frugal, which a lot of you guys can probably relate, it's largely based on your upbringing, right? For those times, I will make it a habit to try buying things at night. So I bought an iPad Pro recently, which I had to buy at night because I couldn't justify it during the day, funny enough. And the reason I think this is so important is it shapes our behavior in ways that we're not even aware. For most of us, I know for myself, up until the last couple of years, I didn't even realize this was a thing that was happening. Sure, you know that it's late at night, you have some alcohol, your judgment is, absolutely compromised. But without alcohol, when it's not super late at night, just your regular 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever your bedtime is, you can notice it even there. And it's not just your purchasing decisions or your affinity towards comedy. It influences you in so many other ways. And back on my Kevin Jubal MD channel, where I talk more about study strategies and productivity and health and wellness and fitness and such, I talked about my daily schedule. This is back during COVID, and my daily schedule was optimized around the times of day based on how my mental state was on average. So on average, when I wake up, I'm more of a morning person. I have a lot of energy, I'm sharper, I'm able to think clearly and tackle the most challenging problems for my businesses. So in that first third of the day, so I split my working time into 3 parts. That first 4 hours of the day, 3-4 hours, I would focus on the challenging stuff, the hard thing. I was building MEM, this flashcard company for the MCAT. And it was hard building these flashcards and doing this really intense work of trying to make the best possible flashcards because, as I talk about on both Med School Insiders and Kevin Jubal MD, making good flashcards is quite challenging. Anyone can make crappy flashcards. That's very easy. But making really high quality flashcards is challenging. We talk about all the several criteria that go into a good flashcard. So I would do that in the mornings. And then in the afternoons, I would always get a slump. I would get a little bit sleepy, maybe around 1, 2, 3 p.m. And I did not want to rely on caffeine. So instead what I would do is I would shift my tasks to something that was more administrative, that was lighter in terms of the cognitive load. You don't have to concentrate as hard, you don't have to think as hard, you can still be productive, get those things done when your mind isn't quite as sharp. And then later in the evenings was the more creative state. And that was maybe around dinner time or after dinner time. I'd feel inspired to make videos. I would script videos for my other YouTube channels, because that's before I even had this car channel. I would record videos too, not just script, but record them. I would feel inspired, and that energy comes off on camera when you're really passionate about something. Now, the morning, afternoon, and evening rhythm to your energy state and what kind of predilection you have towards various types of work or activities is going to change based on whether you're a morning person or a night owl. You know, your chronotype is what it's called. And find out what works best for you. But once you figure that out, try to do your activities that align with those states so that you're reducing friction. If I was trying to do all my videos in the morning when maybe I don't feel as inspired and I want to focus more on cognitively demanding work, I'm just making the job harder for me. Similarly, if I was trying to do email at 8 p.m. when I'm feeling more inspired and creative, that's making it harder for me. I can reduce the level of effort and friction required to achieve the certain task and have a better quality output at the same time. So what I'm suggesting is that you align your tasks and decisions with your state of mind as it changes throughout the day. Because what you can ultimately do by doing this is you can reduce the friction, make it easier to do that job, and then also get a better quality output on the other side. So as an example, rather than really pushing through and fighting and resisting to do that mentally, cognitively demanding task in the evening, I can just do it in the morning when it feels easier. Same with doing the creative work at night when it feels like it flows and I'm inspired and it comes easy. Why not just do that then versus in the morning? Now, well, that's because it's going to be harder in the morning. Most of us aren't as dialed into our mental states over the day. You need to really observe yourself. It's not always going to be such that you feel great in the morning, you feel inspired in the evening, or whatever it is for you. There may be some variation, but notice those patterns over time and try to align your activities with that. But also be flexible. There are times when I start feeling tired and just drained sooner than 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. And in fact, I've actually changed my diet to now not even feel as much of that drain and issues in the afternoon. But if I feel that drain early, late in the day, I can change my tasks right then and there. And I can go work out, because even though I feel mentally drained, I go to the gym, I get my music going, and I'm ready to push hard, and I'm not going to compromise my progress or even my ability to hit certain PRs if it's one of those days where I'm going 10 tenths, all out, RPE of 10. Now, some of the ways I use that to this day would be, I'm actually a lot better about buying things from my business now that I need. I no longer need to do the buy at nighttime trick, because I've worked through that, and now I invest in my business in a way that I think is appropriate. But sometimes when I travel, I still feel that resistance. I'm going to Japan soon, again, for the third time, because I love Japan. Third time in less than a year. And I want to do some car activities. It's going to be a solo trip. I'm going to focus on a lot of car stuff. And some of these car activities, they're kind of expensive. So I find myself going back and forth as to whether or not I should do those activities. Whereas I know in the long term, I'm going to be so much happier if I just do it. So let me just book it at night, because I can get over that little hump, that little resistance I have, book the activity, and I'll be happy I did it later on. By the way, for those who are curious about the new setup, Uniden R8, Highway Radar, and Waze. If you guys want to hear more about how I'm trying to avoid getting a ticket, I've never gotten a moving violation, I've never gotten a speeding ticket, and I want to keep it that way. I think I've been very lucky in the past. There are some things I'm doing calculated, but some things I just got lucky, right? And if you want me to cover that, the strategies I use to minimize that risk, let me know with a comment down below. I may make a video about that in the near future. But my friends, let me know what you think. When I do these videos, sometimes I feel like it can come across in the wrong way, because to some of you, this is very simple stuff, especially if you're a productivity nerd. For many of us who are in that surrounded and totally engulfed by that productivity content, and you've been doing this for years, it's pretty basic, rudimentary stuff. But then you talk to friends and you realize, hey, you gotta remind yourself, not everyone's like that. And if this video is more rudimentary, basic, boring, I apologize. You're not the target audience, you're a little bit more advanced. This video is more for those who haven't taken the deep dive into productivity and life optimization and such, that want to learn a few things. There we go. Miata Purity. Beautiful manual, nice heel toe. I'm a fan. I digress. Bringing it back. When you meet people out in the real world, not just in your online communities, you realize that we all have different skill sets and strengths and pieces of knowledge. And I hope that this helps at least one person. If you guys have any other questions or requests, let me know with the comment down below. Love hearing from you all. Much love, my friends, and I'll see you all in the next one.